basement. Level vibes with another one. Straight up. Blackness, aye. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, we have to gather round, grab a seat and sit down, pay attention. Education, liberation, we have to stand strong. Benskop upon the radio, lively up the program. Everybody call somebody and let them turn and tune and on the radio and catch the boom song. We boom it up already, we have to boom it up again.
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my X next to the cup. And what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.
There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Zhirong?
Su? Oh, Su?
Persons can do so peacefully, and they can, but blocking the road for hours is something that
Mr. Ali, I saw you blocking road. Yes, Mr. Ali.
I'm just telling
Mr.
you.
Ali, there are videos with you protesting, you being a scrape and a tug. Mr. Ali, this is not, listen, sometimes we gotta put our position aside.
No, this is not position.
No, we gotta put our position aside and place ourselves into people's shoes. You gotta understand, even those persons who were traveling, yes, they were inconvenienced, but they understood the reason. They understood the reason.
That's what the police do. The police guilty. The police guilty. The police guilty. The police guilty. Are you guilty, man? Are you doing this, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you fucking doing, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it?
I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours of blackout and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public face, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how we go set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fair with the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment, and you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clout. Then you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Baratans too, cause I done fed up. You done.
All right. Oops. Hey, good night and welcome to Straight Up. My name is Mark Benchop. I'm not sure what's wrong with our operator tonight, but we wanted to start off this show fresh. But then again, it happens, politically speaking, just before coming on air, had some Polari, and we just realized right here in the studio that we needed some sour. I said to the operator that we needed some sour. And those of you who are from Guyana, you would understand exactly when you eat Polari or black pudding or white pudding, you've got to get sour. So I said to the operator Lemon, we needed some sour. And there he goes, the photograph, this photograph. He is substituting, he's saying, here goes your sour. But I just wish to remind our operator that we conduct a very serious program. And so this sort of joke is unacceptable. We want sour. And he gave us sour. Right? Mark Phillips, sour one. And then the other guy, I don't even recognize the other guy. He's aged a heck of a lot under the PPP regime. Under the coalition, these guys used to look good. Well, to some extent, but I don't know what's happening. Oil-rich country. People, I don't know. I just don't know. Good night to every single one of you. My name is Mark Benchop, and welcome. If you can remove the sour from the Polari, I'll be happy. Well, it's Friday night. My name is Mark Benchop. What are we going to do for 1 hour? You tell me. I noticed Otto Martin jumped off of his couch and rushed over with us here on 107.1 FM. Thank you so much, Otto. Let me say good night to every single one of you. Minister and Soldier William is watching all the way in Canada. Good night to the Canadians. Good night to all of you, whether you're in Toronto, Mississauga, my favorite spot many years ago. Anyways, that's it. I don't want you guys to read between the lines why it's my favorite spot, but I always... Anyways, sorry about that. Ainsworth Mackin, good night again. What do you guys want us to talk about, Queenie White? Tell us what. There's a Queenie White, right? All of these, Corinne Roberts, Shirley Barton Gray. I'm not sure if this is the Gray from Alnis Village on the Quarantine. Alnis, Alverston, you name it. Yeah. All right. So, I don't know what's happening in Guyana. Let's take a look at this guy. 84 years old. 84 years old, Otto. And Civic and those guys, 84 years old, Audrey Brown. This guy is 84 years old, and I hate to believe that he's a gangster. I don't know him from Jump Street, but this is what's happening. The 84-year-old pensioner was told of the offenses committed, cautioned, and arrested. He was escorted to where? To Mary Police Station. 9mm in his, I don't know where he had that 9mm. Look, his 9mm rusty. Look at the, I don't know, 9mm. Where they, 84. How many of you guys believe this story? Look, I know there are some gangsters in there, political gangsters. They're gangsters. But I don't know. For some reason, I don't think this man doesn't look like a gangster. Seriously, he doesn't look like a gangster. You want me to show you what gangsters look like? Seriously.
Good morning. My name is Basil Blackman, AA. I'm a former...
Just imagine, this 84-year-old man looks younger than that 70-something-year-old man. Look, I'm not going to make this an age something tonight now, because sometimes, some days, I don't know, me, right? I know some of you might have your say too, but again, 84-year-old man, 84-year-old, got caught with a 9mm, a 9mm, 9mm. Look at that gun. Look, take a look at it. How long he's had that gun for, if it's his? I don't think this, somebody set this guy up, man. Somebody set Pops up. Somebody set Pops up. And on top of that, they gave him 30 grams. I hope the magistrate dismisses this case and have him do some community service work, maybe at Uncle Eddie's home or the Palms or somewhere. But I don't believe this story, man. I don't believe this story for one bit. And whoever set Uncle up or this grandpa, something is wrong. I don't believe this story. He kind of looks a little bit like Roel Johnson. And Roel Johnson is way younger than this guy. Take a look. You see what I'm telling you? He looks like Roel Johnson, and he's older than Roel Johnson, but Roel Johnson looks older than him. I don't know. Life, right? Life under the PPP regime. I noticed that they're now fighting. Political parties are fighting. Well, not political parties. GECOM suddenly has an issue with people and their logos. They've never had an issue with logos before. Never did. But suddenly they have a logo issue. They have an issue with logo. And Claudette Singh voted against, who is it? The Win Party run by, guess who? Guess who? He's not like that 84-year-old guy running around with a 9mm, you know. Look at that. Look at that powerful semi-automatic. But this guy, Mohammed, GECOM ruled, Claudette Singh has her reasons probably why she doesn't like the Mohammeds. One of these days I'll tell you guys the reason again. But it all stemmed from the 2020 elections. And so today Claudette Singh ruled as per normal with the PPP commissioners. Nothing new at all. Absolutely nothing new. And the only time we hear about Claudette Singh is when she rules or she sides with the PPP. Every single time, that is what she does. Shame on Claudette Singh. Shame on her. So what does she expect those guys to replace the Jaguar with? What exactly? They're saying that this Jaguar, the same Jaguar that Ravi Dev used, GECOM had no problem with it. The PPP had no problem with it. But now that sanctioned guy, the Mohammeds, they have a problem with it. And they're saying, according to the PPP propaganda newspaper, GECOM determines use of Jaguar is as a political symbol unacceptable. These guys should just, so if they use a crapo now, they're going to say it's unacceptable because a crapo should be the symbol of the PPP. Anyways, if Mohammed people are watching, just to make things simple, just use a lookalike of Claudette Singh and done. That's all. Good night again. Welcome to Straight Up. My name is Mark Bensha. We're going to rock and roll for, well, a little under an hour. We have other things we want to talk about, right? But the hypocrisy, I tell you guys, the hypocrisy is rampant. I don't know. Gosh. Symbols now is a problem. So since if symbols suddenly become a problem there in Guyana, they have lots of options you can do to use symbols. Use the symbols. Just pick up any symbol. Oh, sorry. Something is wrong with our operator. We're talking about symbols. I must apologize. Our operator is getting a little out of hand there, and those are things that we shouldn't be doing on this program because we have a lot of serious things we want to talk about. And certainly this is not serious. I don't know who this represents. I honestly do not know, and I don't appreciate the fact that the operator is putting these sort of photographs on the screen. I know it's Friday night. Please, we're talking about symbols, mind you. Let's keep it clean right here on 107.1 FM. 107.1 FM. Again, good night to all of you. What's happening? We're not hearing much about the Adriana Younge situation as it pertains to the autopsy report and all manner of things What's going on? You know, it's way too quiet. We've got to do some more digging. Let me just say that I was made to understand that scores of persons, and I really do mean scores of persons, were calling and ringing down the phone lines of the chief medical examiner of Delaware, and you know, people are running scared. I really do mean it. People are running scared. Somebody is, or folks in general, are covering up something. Something they're covering up. I don't know. Maybe we should ask the folks over at the Village Voice newspaper to keep this thing alive, keep this investigation alive. In fact, the PPP wants it dead. They do not want to investigate the circumstances which led to the death, the murder of Adriana Younge. And so they want to cover everything up. Just quiet down, keep it quiet, and that's it. Keep it quiet. But we at 107.1 FM, we are not going to keep it quiet at all. This is not about hush-hush. This is not about shut up. This is not about anything related to that. This is all about justice. And the family, the parents, and the relatives and friends, and the entire nation, and people outside of Guyana, they want justice for this little girl, Adriana Younge. And no one, absolutely no one, is going to stop that. We will speak, or we will continue to speak right here on 107.1 FM. Every night, every day, we will remind you about this here. We will remind you that the government of Guyana and the Guyana police force as well, and maybe others who are complicit in this crime, do not want justice for this little girl. All they wish for is this matter to just die away, just like that, and buried, just the way they did to Adriana Younge. It's not going to happen. Not at all. And so you guys out there will have to continue keeping hope alive and fighting for justice for this little girl, Adriana Younge.
That's what the police do. The police got me. The police got me. The police got me. The police got me. Are you guilty, man? Are you doing this, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you fucking doing, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you doing it?
Persons can do so peacefully, and they can, but blocking the road for hours is something that
Mr. Ali, I saw you blocking road. Yes, Mr. Ali.
I'm just telling you.
Mr. Ali, there are videos with you protesting, you being a scrape and a tug. Mr. Ali, this is not, listen, sometimes we gotta put our position aside.
No, this is not position.
No, we gotta put our position aside and place ourselves into people's shoes. You gotta understand, even those persons who are traveling.
They don't, no matter how much the aunt of Adriana Younge, no matter how much the aunt of Adriana Younge talks and talks to that scrape and other scrapes in the PPP regime, Irfan Ali was basically there. I repeat, Irfan Ali was there just to ensure that this family, Adriana Younge's family, became quiet, hushed their mouth, and they hope for everything to disappear. And now you guys have to continue calling Dr. Collins' office, continue ringing his phone down, continue to leave messages, because we've got to get to the bottom of this. And now the question is, and we continue to ask the same question as it pertains to the Commissioner of Police, publicly saying that he is not going to hand over the autopsy, the official, not no fake document, but the official autopsy report to the lawyer or the family or the parents of Adriana Younge. And the question is, why is this commissioner of police, aided by the corrupt government of Guyana, do not want to hand the official report, autopsy report, to the parents or the lawyer of Adriana Younge? That's the question. I hope the lawyer, Dr. Dexter Todd, can come out publicly and challenge these people again in the Guyana Police Force to release that autopsy report. So, Dr. Todd, it's over to you in challenging the police force and the corrupt government of Guyana for that autopsy report. It is needed. Good. What else is happening in your neck of the woods? We're hearing allegations, sexual molestation, rape allegations, again, allegations against, and again, against this cricketer, Chamar Joseph. Allegations, hopefully at some point in time, the lawyers or lawyer for this cricketer, Chamar Joseph, will respond to the allegations made against him. Allegations, mind you, it is not the first. Not so long ago, a young woman from the Berbice River area made similar allegations against this cricketer. And it is said that with the help of Irfan Ali and other goons in the PVP regime, including officials at the Guyana DPP's office. Yep, the DPP's office, along with senior police officers, allegedly they were involved in the first cover-up of a rape allegation against this young man, this young cricketer. The mother and aunt of the first quote-unquote victim, they spoke out. They were upset that the New Amsterdam police station, whoever the commander is at that time, the commander, they were instructed, according to report, the DPP then filed and sent back the file to the Central Police Station in New Amsterdam, recommending that Chamar Joseph be charged with rape. That's according to our sources. After he got all of those wickets, you say, right? Wickets, and he got back to Guyana, we are told that Irfan Ali instructed that there's no charges should be laid against him. And so the DPP sent back to the Central Police Station in New Amsterdam to recall the file, to send the file back to the DPP's office, and that's the end of the matter. You know, that victim from Berbice had a lawyer, a female lawyer, who spoke with her, spoke with the family, spoke with the DPP. The DPP chambers were instructed, according to our report, were instructed by a very top official. And according to the source, that top official could very well be Irfan Ali. And so Irfan Ali has to respond to those allegations that he took part in the covering up of the rape allegations against that cricketer, and that he instructed the DPP's chambers to withdraw the charges. Now, the first victim, and they spoke to us here on 107.1 FM, and those conversations were done in the form of an interview. We still do have copies of the interviews conducted with relatives of that little girl, who claimed that she was raped by that cricketer. Now, the reason why that matter didn't go far, a variety of reasons. One, the victim was reluctant to come forward, didn't want to say anything. According to information, monies were offered to the family, but they were strong in the area of fighting for justice. They want it, but because of how the society is, it appears then, rightly so, the police force was against her, the corrupt government was against her, and the DPP was also against the family. And so because of that, and not wanting any sort of shame and stigma, because they're from a small community, the family decided they're not going to pursue the matter. Now, this new allegation of rape is a different young woman, a different young woman. Now, we wish to say, because it's all over the news, it's all over in Australia, it's all over the Caribbean, it's just all over the news. And we want to make it quite clear here that these are serious allegations leveled against, again, leveled against this cricketer. And hopefully his lawyer or lawyers should issue a statement very soon. And now, let me make this clear. I don't know this cricketer from Jump Street. I don't know who this cricketer is, other than he's a cricketer. I haven't watched cricket in a long time, and so I don't know most of the players. I'm an old school cricket guy from those Vivian Richards, Desmond Haynes, and sorry, you guys know what talk, right? Lust, I think it was the wicket keeper. Lust, you know who it is, man. Gopi or Go, is it? Yeah, Logie, thank you, D-Joint. Lots of old people here too, right? Gus Logie, that wicket keeper, man, he was close up under the wickets. Boom, stumped them out, right? And those are my days of cricket. And Viv Richards and those guys, Malcolm Marshall, Joel Garner comes in from the northern end, and that's Basil. Relax yourself. So, the new rape allegations is not the one that I'm referring to. There is an older allegation, sometime during the course of maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I believe. And lots of corruption happened then. Now, let me say this. Nobody wants to see any young, talented individuals, whether they're singers, whether they are cricketers, whether they are whatever. I see a lot of cricketers here. People are correcting me. Basil Bradshaw said Logie was not a wicket keeper. Well, I'm going to say to you, Basil, even though you were a sports journalist at GBC, Logie was a wicket keeper. Any cricketer, any West Indies cricketer can challenge that. And I'm maintaining that based on my recollection, Logie was a wicket keeper. He used to be close up. Oh no, okay. Let me just stick to what I know. It was Jeffrey Dujon. It was Jeffrey Dujon. Okay, I stand corrected. It was Jeffrey Dujon, Keith Tom, and all of you guys. All right. I don't know how come I got Logie as a wicketkeeper. Basil is always here to stump me out, man. Thank you, though. But back to that young man. I hope he goes out and he clears his name, because it's in the news in Australia. It's all over the news. I notice Charlana Carter is asking, so why now? I don't. Good question, Charlana. Why? I don't know about this fresh incident. I don't know when it happened. Honestly, I just don't. but I'm familiar with an older, maybe a year or 2 years ago or something like that, and the victim was reluctant to come forward. The family members were reluctant to come forward, and since they were reluctant to come forward, why is it that if they are reluctant to come forward, nobody wants to go forward? Nobody wanted to challenge the corrupt PPP, the corrupt DPP chambers, corrupt police, senior police officers, and there should be an investigation into the first rape allegations against this cricketer and why that file was recalled by the DPP chambers. Why the DPP needs to be answering these things. They need to be answering. These are serious allegations leveled against this cricketer. And I just hope he will respond through his lawyer or lawyers and answer to the serious allegations leveled against him. All right. What else is happening in your neck of the woods? Elections around the corner, right? But before we get back to the elections being around the corner, let me just apologize to all of you. I already said that, I made a mistake. I already said that. And it wasn't Logie. Logie was one of those batsmen that actually gave them some serious problems. Those fast bowlers from India, Kapil Dev, and those other guys gave them some serious run. And so I'm just trying to show you guys, you cricketers out there, that I remember some cricket. In my days, it was Kapil Dev. It was another opening batsman for India. It was named the opening batsman for India. It was Sunil Gavaskar. Yep, Sunil Gavaskar. So I know a little bit about cricket, guys, but I just don't know the new guys. But I think the old days of cricket was real cricket, real tough pace, real tough batting, and these sort of things. Nowadays and that was the love of cricket, by the way. Cricket has become so commercialized now. Brian Lara was not really from the older days. Brian Lara just come, so to speak. I'm speaking of the older days, Rosalind Clark. But good try, though. All right. Whatever is happening in your neck of the woods, what do you want us to talk about in this Friday evening? Though, let's get back to Sour. We don't want to talk about Jaguar. We don't want to talk about what's happening at GECOM, and Chucky is destroying almost everything at GECOM. So what else can we talk about? As I'm looking at some of your comments there, what do you guys want to talk about? Most of you talking still about cricket, right? I remember cricket back in my days at Albion Sports Complex. Albion. I bet a lot of you guys probably never went to Albion Sports Complex under the PNC government. Lots of places you could have gone for cricket. Lots and lots of places. Border, Albion, you name it, all over. You could have gone for cricket, but these days the PPP doesn't care. All the PPP is concerned about is covering up on charges, covering up murder charges of people, covering up rape charges of people, covering up money laundering, covering up gold smuggling, covering up terrorism, all manner of things. The PPP is known as the cover-up party. Their symbol should be some sort of drinks cork or something, cover up, or a blanket, cover up. Everything for the PPP, cover up. And when they can't cover up any longer, and the friends that they usually cover up for, they fall out, then the war begins, right? Big war. Big war. The leopard and the jaguar fighting. Big war that's happening. Right, Rhonda Lane? Every single thing is cover up under the corrupt PPP regime. Now let's see what these cricketers, I don't know what I've done to cause this tonight. Leighton Charles is saying Augustine Logie and Andy Jackman rival each other for a position in the West Indies, but Logie got the nod. Well, obviously Logie got the nod because I can't remember Andy Jackman. I just can't. I remember Augustine Logie. I think Logie was short or something like that, but that wicket keeper, though, That guy behind the wicket was close up in order to stump out Gavaskar and those guys. Let me see what else. Y'all still talking about cricket. Let me see what Ian Williams is saying here. Mark, that is the first place played school cricket against Alvin Kalicharan at Albion. Well, you know, Alvin and his Alvin Kalicharan, and then his brother, what's his brother's name? There was Alvin, and then of course you got Rohan Kanai and those guys. Alvin Kalicharan and his brother, all of them from the area, Wim, Port Morant area. And Wim produced a lot of good cricketers. That same village, Wim. You know, some of those guys from Wim used to attend Winifred Gaskin Memorial School. One guy, particular guy from Wim, Waterside Wim, we used to call him Lowy. Is it Lowy? He was a good batsman, left-handed batsman. And the only guy could out him, guess who? It was yours truly in my dreams. But lots of good cricketers. Yeah, Derek and Alvin Kalicharan. Derek, and it looks as though you guys want to talk cricket. You guys want to talk cricket, right? I'm trying to talk politics. You guys want to talk cricket. Simone, Jessamy, how are you doing? You guys want to talk cricket? I don't know. Good night to everybody watching, Fronto and the entire crew. How are you guys? Since you guys want to talk cricket, well, might as well talk cricket. Wait a minute. Cycling, is it cycling? How cycling? How do you know Lowy? How do you know Lowy? Left-handed, the banner was a really good batsman. So everybody's talking cricket now, right? Nobody wants to talk about Fronto. Everybody's talking cricket now. So since you're talking about cricket, let me ask you guys this question. And since it's already out there, what's your take on this new allegations of rape against this young cricketer? What is your take on it, since you guys want to stick to cricket? Sharuk, you are correct. Cricket back then wasn't really, well, I mean, cricket now is not like cricket back then. Back then they had some tough players. Even the water guys are tougher than some of these guys these days. What's your take on the new allegations leveled against this guy? Since everybody seems to be talking about cricket now, cricket in the jungle. What's your take on the new allegations against this cricketer, and what should become of him? Let's talk. And Civic, you are correct, innocent until proven guilty. And that is why I'm saying that his lawyers should, because it's been circulating for a while now. It's been circulating for several days now. It's in the news in Australia. It's in the news in the Caribbean. And therefore, we should hear from him or his lawyer. And a thorough investigation needs to be conducted. A thorough investigation. And so we're not here to crucify anybody. We're just saying that it's an allegation level against him, a serious allegation level against him, and therefore his lawyers should be speaking out at this point in time. And so they can be a fair, a very transparent investigation into the serious allegations leveled against Chamar Joseph. Again, allegations. What else is happening in your neck of the wood? What you want us to discuss as we move away? Somebody said that they want to get in touch with James Bond. Well, you know, we deal with serious issues here, and we don't deal with hustling matters. That's not what we do here on 107.1 FM. We're preparing for elections, though, right? Elections. But Nikki Richmond, hi Nikki, how are you? Nikki Richmond is saying that it's a distraction from Little Miss Young's situation. I agree that there are lots of distractions, lots and lots of distractions. lots and lots of distractions in order to move away from the Adriana Younge situation, where again the government is involved in terms of covering up this murder of this little girl. The pathologists that got to Guyana do not want to tell the true stories, the true story behind her murder, and therefore the speculations will continue to be that the government knows of the murder and that the government, along with senior members of the Guyana police force, they're covering up this crime. They're covering up the crime. But as I've said earlier, we here at 107.1 FM are not going to cover up that crime or any crime. Now let's take a look at this here. It's interesting. Nigel Younge, the leader of the Alliance for Change, is saying that GECOM has just informed the Alliance for Change that only the PPP and PNC can get a hard copy of the preliminary list of electors. Only the PPP and the PNC can get a hard copy. I don't know what's the reason for that, but if you look at it from the standpoint that they have about 30 political parties contesting the elections, and you know, I don't know what justification they're using to only hand the hard copy of the preliminary list of electors to just the PPP and the PNC and not to the AFC. Well, the AFC entered into government through a partnership with the PNC and APNU. And therefore, GECOM might be saying that whatever is given to the PNC, then maybe the PNC should share it with their partner that they got into government with, that is the AFC. I'm just assuming that. But Nigel Younge and the AFC, they're crying foul. I don't know if the PNC is going to share anything with the AFC now, right? Lots of things in this elections, guys. Lots and lots of things happening in this elections. But listen to Anti-Data.
Yes, my name is Jacinti Caldata, Francis Vietnam, and since 1965, I become a voter. And I always place my X next to the cup. And what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.
Oh, Jesus Christ, if cost of living double, I don't know what happened. A pound of sugar is $300 already. Flour, everything gone up. Everything just raising. You gotta get about $40,000 for buy good ration. You gotta get 3 man now. A weekend man, a monthly man, and a fortnight man.
All right, let's take a poll on the elections and what is your take? Do you guys believe that Claudette Singh will be transparent in these elections and deliver credible results? What is your take on Claudette Singh? Do you trust Claudette Singh? Yes or no? Do you trust Claudette Singh? Let's take a vote on that, and I'll run it through. Let's take a vote on Claudette Singh, who happens to be the chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission. Do you trust Claudette Singh? It's a fair question. Do you trust Claudette Singh to deliver credible elections? That's the poll we're doing here. Do you trust Claudette Singh to deliver? And if Claudette Singh is watching, I'm sure she may, who knows? Do you trust Claudette Singh to deliver credible elections? So far, everybody's saying no, 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 including Fronto. No, 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 no. Lots of no. Lots of no. Not even one yes. Not one yes. Okay, Claudette Singh. Okay, Claudette Singh. So the next question tonight is the next question tonight is about PNCR, PPPC, AFC, who you guys want to win these elections? Who do you guys want to win these elections? PNCR, PPPC, AFC, or pass? No, sorry. They have some other minor parties. Let's go. We're doing polls tonight, right? Who do you guys want to win these elections? PNCR, PPPC, AFC. I'm watching, I'm reading. I'm watching, I'm reading. I'm watching and I'm reading. Sharuk Khan says none of the above, none of them. None of the above. Everybody's going, most people, okay. Most people going with APNU, PNCR, okay. I'm reading. Now, here's my next question for you guys. How many of you guys trust this guy, Azruddin? Forget about the sanctions. Well, we can't forget about the sanctions for all sorts of things. Allegations, all sorts of things. Gold smuggling, terrorism, you name it, all sorts of things. But he now has a party. How many of you guys really do? Let's be honest. How many of you guys trust this guy who suddenly believes or thinking that he cares about you guys and he cares about poor people suddenly? How many of you guys trust him? I'm reading your comments. How many of you guys trust him? Because remember, the PVP gave them, the Mohammed Sem, 83,000 acres. 83,000 acres. They never cared about anybody, but suddenly they now want you guys to get a piece of house land. Why they didn't take that 83,000 acres and give it to people? But sorry, let me not stymie this this mini poll that's being run right now. Right? Some of you guys, if you know these guys, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about and how things change overnight, right? How things change overnight. How things change overnight. And how some of y'all just feel sorry for people just so. But who y'all feel sorry for, y'all don't feel sorry for them. Y'all best wake up. Y'all best wake up. As they say in the country, y'all better wake up. Better wake up. Wake up before it's too late, guys. How many of you guys are of the view that sour and soury? But let's talk about sour. That's Mark Phillips. Forget about soury. Rule Johnson. Forget about soury. But let's talk about sour. How many of you, and we're talking specifically to the folks out in Linden. We're talking about the people out in Linden. What has this guy, how many of you, especially those from Linden, how many of you believe that Mark Phillips did good things for the people of Region 10? Of course, you know, Linden is in Region 10. He is originally from Linden. But Linden, as if you're watching, how many of you believe he did something good for Linden? And that as a result of that, y'all believe the people in Region 10 going to put an X next to him on elections day, that is. Mark Phillips, that is. Sorry, Mark Phillips. Mark Phillips, people are saying, is a sellout, and the people of Linden, the people of Region 10, should not vote for the PPP. Maybe a couple of them will go out and vote, but 99% of the people of Region 10 will reject the corrupt PPP regime, will reject the corrupt PPP regime, and rightly so. Not even sour or soury can save them. Absolutely not. Not even sour or soury can change them. Now, let's touch on the rigging of elections. How many of you, since the PPP they're no longer talking about SOPs, and for obvious reasons, how many of you are of the view that the PPP helped to rig the elections, the 2020 elections? How many of you believe that the PPP rigged the elections? Just put PPP rig and let Jack Deere and them see PPP rig, because that's what happened. And the rigging allowed them to be installed. How many of you believe that Jack Deere and the PPP rigged the elections in 2020? I'm of the view that they rigged the elections. I'm saying this point blank, that they rigged the elections. They rigged the 2020 elections. They rigged the 2020 elections. And that is why you guys, and especially those in the opposition, have to stop bickering about nonsense and fighting over seats, who got to get seats, who got to become ministers, and focus on the real issue. Because the PPP, just as they rigged the 2020 elections, they want to rig the 2025 elections again. Because they are riggers. They are known riggers, the PPP. Look what they did in the 97 elections. It was vitiated, albeit in 2000. That is why they had elections in March, I believe, of 2001. And then the 2006 elections, how many of you remember what they did in the 2006 elections? Let me see if any one of you out there remember what the PPP did with the 2006 elections. That's when the AFC first ran and got quite a few seats. But how many, but then again, that's when the AFC was actually AFC. Now they something else. How many of you guys remember what happened in the 2006 elections? And what the PPP did in rigging the 2006 elections? But since I'm not seeing any response with regards to that question, I guess there's a Janet Elias. They stole a seat from the AFC. And so what they did, thank you, Roxanne, Melanie Allison Watson, aka Roxanne. But let me say this to you guys. The 2006 elections in Guyana, the PPP robbed Region 10, robbed the AFC of a seat. And the Kersenile man, whatever his name is again, Sam Hines, sat in that seat for 5 years. So the evidence out there points in the direction of the PPP being riggers. Riggers, that's what they are. In 2011, guess what they did again? They attempted to rig the elections by giving, what's his name? Attempted to rig the elections by giving themselves one seat. They attempted to steal a one seat to give Donald Ramotar a majority, and it didn't work. And so the evidence is there that the PPPC are the riggers. Now, those guys in the opposition might not all be angels, I don't know, but there's no evidence to suggest otherwise. So for now, we got to say that the guys in the coalition are angels, because there's no evidence to point in the direction that they've rigged or attempted to rig any elections, at least in my opinion. Now, if the PPP was so concerned about the SOPs, then they would have been able to expose the SOPs in those court matters that they've had in terms of the elections petition. But it was the PPP that didn't want the elections petitions to be heard. It was the PPP that was talking about SOPs and the PNC and coalition SOPs. But under the PPP, guess what they've done with the coalition's SOPs? They didn't want it to be open, because if those SOPs were open, then the PPP's SOPs would have had to been open, and then you would have been able to see where the rigging came from. So the PPP rigged almost all the elections in Guyana. 1997, 2001, 2006, 2011, 2015, they attempted to rig by stopping the counting, but they were instructed by senior foreign diplomats not to stop the counting. And that is why the coalition got the one seat majority. And Donald Ramotar and Jack Lear fell out. If you notice, you hardly see them in public together. But we have a lot to talk about, right? Lots and lots we want to talk about. Maybe sometime next week we'll talk about some of the other candidates. Simona Brooms. Good night to Miss Brooms. Hope all is well. I notice she's very busy on the ground fighting for a seat. All right. My name is Mark Benchop. I'll be back on Monday, same place, same time. But tomorrow, 7 o'clock, Wayne Caesar is going to be on with his show. And his show is called Over to You. Rhonda Lane and all of you, Lily and Theodore, Neville and all, Jillian, every one of you. Have a wonderful rest of the night. God bless you and enjoy your weekend as well. Until Monday, same place, same time. But I'll be watching Wayne Caesar's program tomorrow from 7 p.m. Remember, justice for Adriana. Dr. Dexter Todd, where are you? Time to speak up. Continue to speak out. Where are you, Dr. Dexter Todd? You're representing the family. You have to speak out. What happened to that autopsy report that the Commissioner of Police said that he's not going to hand over? Call a press conference and force them to hand that over to you, Dr. Todd. Force them. The family needs to see the autopsy report, the authentic, the real autopsy report. But for now, I'm out of here. God bless you. So long.
There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Jaguar-Gate?
Sue? Oh, Sue? My relationship? Nothing. He...
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my ex next to the cop, and what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.
That's what the police do. The police guilty. The police guilty. The police guilty. The police guilty. Are you guilty, man? Are you doing this, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you fucking doing, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it?
That is saying 7 feet 6 inches, 5 feet 5 inches. If you look at it, right? They're saying 5'5". They're saying 7'6". They're saying 8 feet. So for 8 feet is reasonable depth for a pool. So you would have to go in and check in the pool, right? The young lady is not in the pool. So it could be ruled out that she drowned.
That's what the police do. The police guilty. The police guilty. The police guilty. The police guilty. Are you guilty, man? Are you doing this, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you fucking doing, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it?
We checked this pool this morning. We checked this pool this morning. This young lady was not in this pool. This girl was not in this pool. This girl was not in this pool. She was not in here. We checked in this pool. The girl was not in there this morning when we come here. We went in this place. This girl was not in here. The girl was not in there, boy. What the fuck? They put this girl in this pool, boy. The fucking girl went in there. We went in there just now, boy. What the fuck, boy? That's why they didn't want nobody come in the place. They didn't want nobody come in the place. What? What? That girl was not in the pool. We was here since 7:40 this morning. That girl was not in the pool at 7:40. She was not in the pool at 7:40. But the girl knee has scrape up. Watch how this girl is. The girl knee scrape up. Clearly shows.
police guilty! The police guilty! The police guilty! Are you guilty, man? Are you doing this, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you fucking doing it, man? Are you doing this? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it?